Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today I want to do a really simple, easygoing video, and I want to talk to you about the most beautiful and most unique fragrance bottles that I have in my collection. I think I've done something similar to that really long time ago. Obviously, my collection has changed drastically since then. And a few months ago, I think it was Prissy who did a similar type of video, and it kind of reminded me that I really should update this list. And if you watched me for a while, you know that aesthetics of a fragrance bottle are very important to me. That's part of what I enjoy about fragrances. Yes, obviously, smell is number one. You have to love how the fragrance smells. But, having a beautiful bottle, looking at it, holding it in your hands, opening beautifully created packaging, that's part of what I enjoy about fragrances. Having them beautifully displayed, yes, that's something that I enjoy. So aesthetics of how fragrance is presented has always been important to me, has always been something that I enjoyed. So for me, this video really makes sense, and I hope that, it will make sense to you as well, and that, of course, you will enjoy watching it. So I've kind of a little bit unofficially, but in a way, divided the fragrances that I've chosen into two categories. First, I'll talk about what I consider the most beautiful bottles in my collection, and then I will talk about most unique fragrance bottles. And of course, here I will not go into a lot of details about how each fragrance smells. I will touch on it briefly, but I'm not going to go into reading notes or anything like that. This is really more about the actual bottle and how it looks. And so I want to start with the House of Memo, and I mentioned many times that I absolutely love how their bottles are created, how they're presented. To me, they're works of art. And out of the three bottles that I have, to me, the most beautiful bottle is Winter Palace. I absolutely love this bottle, starting with the fact that it's black. Black is my favorite color. I love this beautiful dragon on the front. To me, this is beautiful. And of course, the actual fragrance inside of this bottle is stunning as well. This fragrance is about tea and about orange. And there are two sides of this orange. We have this fresh, juicy orange, and we have like some kind of sugary candy made from an orange. So to me, it's a combination of these two oranges combined together with tea. Of course, there is some sweetness in here. I think there is vanilla in here for sure, but the fragrance is beautiful and the actual bottle is beautiful as well. Next one on my list is going to be Electimuss, and the fragrance is Mercurial Cashmere, but I think all of their fragrances come in the same bottles. When I first started seeing these bottles, when other people started showing them, I wasn't a huge fan initially. I thought, oh, they look really bulky. They look a little bit masculine, and I still kind of think that, I think this bottle definitely has a masculine edge to it. It is very heavy, probably the heaviest bottle in my collection, and it is slightly masculine looking, if there is such a thing, but I still think it is quite beautiful. I love attention to detail. I love sort of there's a bit of simplicity in this bottle as well. Like it's a nice balance of paying attention to details and at the same time still staying simple. So I really love this bottle. I think it is beautiful. And of course, the fragrance itself is beautiful as well. This fragrance was a big surprise when I first tested because the star here is tuberose, but it is such a beautiful tuberose. Whatever else is included in here with it just works, makes it absolutely intoxicating. Both my husband and I enjoyed this fragrance and both of us use it. So yeah, we love the actual fragrance and I think the bottle is beautiful. I had to include fragrance Dubois in this list because I do think that their bottles are simple and yet very elegant. Yes, there is a bit of embellishment on the cap, but you know, it's done, I think, very much in moderation. If we were to talk about sort of my style, what I really gravitate towards, this would probably be it, you know. I like simple, elegant bottles, and I think this one is definitely that. I love the combination of sort of this clear gold and black. I think it's absolutely perfect. If I were to design a bottle, I would probably come up with something similar to this. So to me, this is very, very beautiful. Now, the fragrance that I've chosen today is New York 5th Avenue. Of course, I could have chosen the other one that I have. It really doesn't matter. They look the same. So this was just a random choice. Now, this one, New York 5th Avenue, is a beautiful kind of rosy, violet, powdery, woody type of fragrance. Now, I'm saying woody, but really to me, it feels like it does have oud, although I think when official notes, there is no oud listed, but to me, it definitely feels like there is a little bit of oud in here. But then there is, there is rose, there is violet, there is some powderiness, there is some sweetness in here as well. But overall, the fragrance is quite elegant, but I think more suited probably for colder weather. Now, my love for the house of Xerjoff, and my Xerjoff collection is quite extensive, I think. They come in different bottles. I love them all, but there is one that really stands out to me that I think is the most beautiful bottle, and that is Appolonia. I love, love, love this bottle. I think it is so elegant. It is so beautiful. There's something just so feminine about it. And I love how well it matches the actual scent. I think it is just an absolutely perfect combination. The way the bottle looks is exactly the way that the fragrance smells to me. This is an extremely feminine, elegant, clean, kind of quiet type of fragrance, but at the same time beautiful. I think there are some white florals. There's iris, of course, in here, and I think musk, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. And it is, clean. It is elegant. It is unassuming and yet absolutely beautiful. Like, I think if someone was wearing kind of this crisp white shirt, I kind of feel like this fragrance would match that look perfectly. And like I said, I just absolutely love the bottle. And the last one that I put in this beautiful category is Sultan from the Royal Crown. What I love here is this sort of interesting combination of really simple black bottle and this really, really ornate and loud and shiny cap. I think if everything was done in this style, the same style as the cap, it would be absolutely gaudy. It would be absolutely horrible looking, but it's this combination of really simple black with this really shiny top that I I really like, and I think it is definitely beautiful. And of course, the fragrance itself, you know that I love. This was on my wish list for, you know, quite some time until I got it, and I'm really happy to have it. Again, this is a fragrance that will be better suited for colder weather, in my opinion, but it is, you know, it is smoky, it is resinous, it is sweet, it has some spices in there. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful scent and beautiful. Now let's go to second category, which is the most unusual bottles. And you know, of course, this division is absolutely relative. You know, I really could have combined these two categories very easily, but in this category of unusual bottles, of course, I have to start with One Umbrella for THOO from the house of Floraiku. I have never seen any other fragrance that looks like this. I think it is beautiful and it is unusual. And, you know, if you've seen these fragrances, you know that this cap actually also serves as this, I don't know, I guess cap or something, or storage for the travel spray that comes with this fragrance as well. So kind of serves dual purpose, which is, I think, quite clever. And overall, yeah, beautiful bottle. And the fragrance itself is absolutely lovely, happy, cheerful fragrance. It has blackcurrant, it has tea, I think, and it has vanilla. I think there are only 3 notes, although, you know, for me, as I've mentioned many times before, these notes have absolutely nothing to do with how this fragrance smells. This is, without a doubt, blueberry muffin, nothing more, nothing less. This is a delicious blueberry muffin. You know, not something that I would wear every day, but when I'm in a mood for something like this, I enjoy this fragrance very much. Next, let's go to Penhaligon's and their Portraits collection. And here I've chosen Changing Constance as an example. You know, this is interesting. When I first started seeing pictures of this collection, when, you know, it was first created, I really didn't get it. I thought the bottles were quite strange. I didn't like them, you know, these animal heads. I thought they were weird. But once I purchased this one, because this one was my first purchase from this collection, I really changed my mind, because when I hold it in my hand, I think it is quite beautiful and it is quite unusual. You know, again, the actual bottle itself is, you know, nothing to write home about. It's absolutely simple. But then I think you have to be simple with the bottle when you have such an interesting cap. So, you know, these animal heads, I think, are absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful, and very unusual. Now, the fragrance itself, well, we've all heard about it. It's a beautiful scent that has horrendous lasting power, but you know, because I love the scent, I cannot part with this fragrance for now. It is, you know, sweet, it is spicy, it is quite dense, it is a little bit smoky. It's a beautiful scent for cold weather. Scent profile is stunning. Just, you know, lasting power is unfortunately lacking. Next, unusual beauty on my list is My Insolence from Guerlain. To me, this bottle is unusual. I don't think I've seen anything that looks quite like this, except for My Insolence, and I believe the actual Insolence in old packaging came in similar types of bottles as well. Of course, now it comes in these, you know, standard B bottles, but originally it came in a bottle similar to this, which I love so much more than, you know, B bottles that we have now. This is just my taste and my preference. And so, you know, this was a unicorn that I had on my wish list for a really long time, was finally able to get it last year, and thrilled to have it. As much as I love the bottle, I really enjoy the scent as well. I was afraid that it would be similar to the original Insolence, which I do not enjoy. That one is really like this sweet candied violet. I don't like it. this one is completely different to me. You know, if I didn't know that this was a flanker of Insolence, I don't think I would ever put these two fragrances together. To me, they are very, very different. And so this one is a little bit sweet, a little bit sour, a little bit powdery, definitely nutty. I do get a lot of nuttiness in this, and even a little bit fruity. I don't remember the exact notes that are in here, but that's how it smells to me. I really, you know, because it was so hard to get, and I don't know if I will ever be able to get this fragrance again. I'm not using it often just because I'm afraid to run out of it. But when I do, I really, really enjoy it. I mean, there is a touch of, I guess, some kind of vintagey vibe to this, to even the way the bottle looks, but I really like it about it. Next one that I have here is from Scents of Wood, and this is Plum in Cognac. I think this bottle is quite unusual. You know that these bottles can be customized. I mean, as far as how the color looks, and mine is dark gray, although it might look black on the screen, but it's actually kind of charcoal gray, and the cap and this little medallion or whatever it is, I chose as gold. I think they come as black as well, and the actual bottle comes in brown and this kind of cream color. So, you know, you can choose whatever combination you like. I really like this black and gold combination. To me, when I look at this bottle, this really looks like a heart. I don't think that was the intention behind this bottle. I mean, honestly, I don't know what the intention was. I would guess that this is supposed to look like a tree branch since it is Scents of Wood. I'm assuming, but I think so. But to me, it definitely looks like a heart. So either way, I think the bottle is unusual. The fragrance is beautiful. Did I even mention what fragrance it is? It is Plum in Cognac. So far, this is the only Scents of Wood fragrance that I have, although I definitely want to get one more, at least one more for now. But this fragrance is stunning. As the name suggests, it is plum, it is cognac, and it is sweet, it is fruity, it is a little bit spicy, it is definitely boozy, a lot of booziness in here, it is woody, it's gorgeous, the fragrance is gorgeous. Okay, we're left with two more. Next one will be the House of Oud, and out of the three that I have, I decided to choose this one, which is Grape Pearls, because I think this is the most beautiful of the three that I have. Although they're all similar, they all have the same shape, but I really like this ornate design that's on this pedestal, which is also actually the cap of this bottle. And I really like the actual bottle. I love the color combination. I love how shiny it is. So to me, out of the three that I have, this is the most beautiful one, although all three are beautiful and all three are unique in my opinion. Now, the scent itself, I think you all know by now, I've mentioned it numerous times. This is quite similar to Deluxe from Tiziana Terenzi or Intense Cafe from Montal. It has coffee, vanilla, and rose. In addition, of course, it has grapes and blueberries. And I really love the fruity nature of this fragrance. And these fruits also make it a little bit sweeter than the other two that I mentioned. But it is definitely a fragrance that's going in the same direction as the other two. But the actual bottle is beautiful and unique. And I left the most unusual looking bottle from my collection to the end. And this one comes from Bvlgari. This comes from their private line. Not sure exactly what this private line is called, but this particular fragrance is called Maravilla. If you watched me for a while, you might remember I mentioned this fragrance in a haul last year. Can't remember exactly when. I found it totally by accident. I was at Marshall's and I never find anything good at Marshall's, and this was probably my best find there because I found it for a very, very nice price, because typically these are very pricey. That's why I decided to get it, and I really enjoy the scent as well. Although, to be honest, I haven't had a chance to wear it a lot yet because, yeah, I think I got it sort of at the end of summer or beginning of fall of last year, and this is definitely a summer fragrance. This is citrusy. This is a little bit floral. I know for sure there is orange blossom in here, which is quite prominent of all the different floral notes, and I am getting quite a bit of citrusy notes in here as well. It is not very loud and it is not very sweet. Like, you know, when you hear about orange blossom, don't think it's like Killian Love or going in that direction. Like, it's not very sweet or, you know, marshmallowy candy type of orange blossom. No, it's a much lighter, much airier type of orange blossom, like I said, mixed with citruses. But again, we're here more for the bottle, and I think that this fragrance bottle is the most unusual bottle in my collection. So there you go. This was my list of most beautiful and most unique fragrance bottles that I have. Would like to know, what do you consider most beautiful or unique? What fragrances do you have in your collection, or what fragrance bottles you have in your collection? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.